Hey everyone, my name is Don and I'm here to talk about faith. In the Bible, there's so many scripture references about faith. And what is faith? We can see in Hebrews chapter 11 verse 1 where it says, "Now faith is the substance of things hoped for, the evidence of things not seen." So also another way of saying it is like here in the UAE, we are using dirhams to almost buy anything that we want. But in the kingdom of heaven, we use faith. So basically, faith is the currency in heaven. So now let's talk about the size of your faith. You see, when we are faced with difficult situations in our lives, whether it is big or small, sometimes we think, if only my pastor was here, he can pray for me and things will surely work out. Or if I wait till the healing team prays for me after the church service and I lay hands on me, then I will be healed or my problems will disappear. Sometimes when a person is prayed for, they are tempted to think that nothing happened because they didn't see or feel anything. But that's actually where faith comes in. So in 2 Corinthians 5:7, it says, "For we walk by faith and not by sight." See, sometimes we may not see it, but God works in the background. He is aligning everything for our good. Remember the story when Jesus cursed the fig tree? In Mark chapter 11 verse 12 it says, "On the following day, when they came from Bethany, he was hungry," Jesus. "And seeing in the distance a fig tree and leaf, he went to see if he could find anything on it. When he came to it, he found nothing but leaves, for it was not the season for figs. And he said to it, 'May no one ever eat fruit from you again.' And his disciples heard it." At this point in time, nothing has changed in the appearance of the tree, and it still looks the same, pretty much the same, as if nothing happened. However, on the next day, the disciples noticed something. In the same chapter, it goes on to say, "As they passed in the morning, they saw the fig tree withered away to its roots." So you see, sometimes you do not see or feel that your situations change even after praying in faith, because God is working out to deal with the roots, and eventually you will see the changes appear to the surface. God also has given each of His children a measure of faith. You might feel that you do not have much to offer, but nevertheless, God, as an act of His grace, has given you a measure of faith. In Matthew chapter 17 verse 20 it says, "If you have a faith as small as a mustard seed, you can say to this mountain, 'Move from here to there,' and it will move. Nothing will be impossible for you." Sometimes you need to confront and speak to your mountains. Do not beg or say, "Please go away," but instead command it to move and it will move. That's how powerful our prayer is. Faith is also like a muscle that you need to exercise to grow. But you may ask, how can I grow it? If you think of the problems that you have right now or the areas in your life that you are praying about, are they many? So count them all and take it as an opportunity to exercise your faith. The more you exercise, the more it grows. There's a particular story in the Bible about the faith of a woman who has a health issue with her blood, and this is what it says in Luke chapter 8 verse 43. "And a woman was there who had been subject to bleeding for 12 years, but no one could heal her. She came up behind him and touched the edge of his cloak, and immediately her bleeding stopped. 'Who touched me?' Jesus asked. When they all denied it, Peter said, 'Master, the people are crowding and pressing against you.' But Jesus said, 'Someone touched me. I know that power has gone out from me.' Then the woman, seeing that she could not go unnoticed, came trembling and fell at his feet. In the presence of all the people, she told why she had touched him and how she had been instantly healed. Then he said to her, 'Daughter, your faith has healed you. Go in peace.'" So imagine this with me. It is very crowded. If you are one of the disciples with Jesus during that time, it is a populated place, right? And so many people are trying to get close to Jesus. So many people might have touched Jesus. But it is only the touch of that woman that caught Jesus' attention. Why so? Because this woman is desperate for her healing. It has been 12 long years. She was on a mission and she has the faith that she will be healed even by only touching the hem of his garment. You may notice in this passage of scripture that the whole crowd heard her explaining to Jesus why she had touched him. And here's why. Because sometimes our acts of faith need to be shared with many people. And the more acts of faith you see, the more you are likely to step out yourself. Faith and determination are of great worth in the Lord's sight, because without faith, no one can please God. You know, faith is a gift, and it is also one of the fruits of the Spirit. Since it is a gift, it also means that it is freely given by God and not earned through our works. Therefore, no one should be proud and think that I have more faith than others. Lastly, in closing, let me say this. Being proud of the amount of faith you have is like being proud of your good looks. If you are naturally beautiful or handsome, tall, talented, intelligent, that is just who you are and was born with such characteristics. God made you that way. And that's it for me, guys, and have an amazing time at your hangouts.